Welcome to the 2021 Real Heroes event, where business leaders celebrate the staff and volunteers of Clark County's quality educational system. This is our 8th year celebrating education in Clark County, and we have another outstanding class of honorees. Let's get started by thanking those who make this project possible.
The Learn Here project is made possible by business leaders who place a high value on our quality educational system. Our partners include 4 outstanding organizations.
First is Real Living, the real estate group. Chad and Holly Sessions are building one of the metro area's most successful real estate firms, with 5 regional offices, receiving straight A's from their clients and among the best scores of real estate companies nationwide.
Second is IQ Credit Union. Eric Petraka and his executive team honor their heritage as a financial institution founded by teachers and now graded as the top credit union in Washington state, offering literacy grants for educators, scholarships for students, and financial workshops for customers.
Third is Northwest Capital Mortgage. Chris Hill and his team are masters at helping people finance or refinance their property, so you can make this area your home for life.
And fourth is the Port of Vancouver USA. The clients and tenants at the Port of Vancouver passed the test as the county's largest employer. Juliana Marler's organization receives extra credit for their commitment to stewarding our environment while keeping the region's freight and commerce moving.
These great organizations understand that the secret to a great community is a strong educational system. And behind that system are thousands of volunteers and staff who go above and beyond for our students and schools. And they are the ones we recognize today.
Given the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, we've taken our program to an online format for the 2nd year. This production is made possible by Waste Connections, who keeps our community clean and orderly while giving back in so many ways. Here's Cindy Holloway to share why education is a critical element in building a better community.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us. On behalf of Identity Clark County, the Learn Here project partners, and event sponsor Waste Connections, we are pleased to present this year's Real Heroes. We do this because we know our outstanding educational system is one of the key reasons why businesses and workers want to land and live in Clark County. Yes, we have the quality educational facilities and talented staff, but our secret sauce is the enduring commitment of staff and volunteers who go the extra mile for our students. Many quietly contribute and don't seek recognition, yet we believe these real heroes deserve our appreciation. They serve as powerful inspiration for our next generation of citizens, neighbors, and workers right here in Clark County.
Let's begin our tour of Clark County as we visit a dozen fine institutions and discover the 2021 real heroes of our educational system.
We begin with Battleground Public Schools.
The Battleground District in suburban north central Clark County serves 13,500 K-12 students. Its 2 high schools are Battleground and Prairie.
Kathy Shannon knows how to adapt. In 2005, after losing her husband, she stepped away from her demanding career as a hospital registered nurse. A substitute nursing role in Battleground evolved into overseeing a team of 48, including handling a measles outbreak. In January 2020, she received a phone call about a strange flu going around. That initiated an intense pandemic response, where Kathy and her team were credited with tackling public health obstacles head-on and limiting the impact of COVID-19 among students and staff throughout the district. Monty Anderson served as a Battleground school director for 12 years, where he invested 10 to 20 hours a week governing Clark County's 3rd largest district. Numbers come easy to Monty. He is corporate treasurer for the Battleground-based construction firm Tappaney, Inc. He brought a knack for helping students understand complex school finance, like B is for bonds and buildings, and L is for levies and learning. But Monty routinely went beyond the numbers, getting into the classroom and speaking with students and staff so he could account for everyone's needs when making critical decisions.
And now, Camas School District.
The thriving Camas School District in suburban southeast Clark County serves about 7,700 K-12 students. Its mascot is the Papermakers, honoring the city's timber products heritage.
Like most nurses, Carol Bruce's passion goes far beyond a first aid kit. She's one of the fiercest advocates for student safety and wellness. When COVID arrived, her focus was elevated from student health to public health. Carol embraced the ever-evolving challenge, not only for each student and their family, but for 1,000 employees. Policies, procedures, protocols, and PPE permeated every level, from consulting leadership to communicating change, to helping individuals cope and adapt in an uncertain time. Carol works tirelessly and with a sincere heart to ensure students and staff are provided the care they need. When leaders expressed the need for collaboration in creating community equity forums, Robin Webster, Sarah Yee, and Tammy Herdner, among many others, stepped up. They supported a multi-year process which included co-constructing content for training and advancing ways to improve equity across the Camas system. Community and staff members alike appreciated the breadth and depth of discussions on such an important topic. This has accelerated quality resources and opportunities across the community.
Next up is Clark College.
Clark County's own public college features a variety of associate, bachelor, and certificate programs for about 7,000 students and specialties ranging from dentistry to mechatronics. It serves about 2,000 high school juniors and seniors who take courses earning college credit through the Running Start program.
Mike Silva is a 20-year employee of Clark College, where he dutifully kept information technology running smoothly. He took great pride in minimal technology issues to protect classroom time for students and teachers. Then COVID hit, and Mike became one of the most critical people on campus. He created a safe way for about 500 students to get to campus and obtain a laptop in just 72 hours. He created safe approaches to providing computers and hotspots to students on campus. He assisted with the installation of COVID screening stations. He participated in a team that set up remote management of portable devices. Most importantly, Mike provided a steadfast, calm, reassuring presence to students and staff, despite ever-changing conditions. Keith Copeland is a persistent hero of Clark College. He has served on the Clark College Foundation board for 35 years and chaired the investment committee for 25. It's a role he earned by raising $2 million to secure a matching $6 million grant. That was the investment propelling the foundation to more than $100 million in assets among the nation's top 5 leaders. It now awards $1.2 million a year in scholarships to many who otherwise couldn't afford the opportunity. Despite being 80, the voracious reader says he will never quit supporting Clark College and the opportunities it provides to all students.
Moving on to Evergreen Public Schools.
Evergreen Public Schools supports more than 25,000 students, grades K through 12 in East Vancouver. Its 4 high schools are Evergreen, Mountain View, Heritage, and Union. It oversees the Henrietta Lacks Health and Bioscience High School and Cascadia Tech Academy.
Shane Gardner earnestly works to prepare his school district for any emergency. After serving in the Army and then area law enforcement for 2 decades, he now directs a 30-member campus security team that works hard to keep students, staff, and schools safe and secure, while proactively finding ways to support and advocate for students facing adverse situations. When COVID hit, Shane devised systems to track symptoms, adapt to evolving guidelines, and address safety questions. He directed virtual graduation ceremonies and drive-through events. As COVID subsides, his focus returns to supporting students so that student safety and graduation rates go up and arrest rates go down. Jeff Angelo returned to Clark County a decade ago and discovered a passion for creating equitable access to resources for everyone. His day job is directing the ARC of Southwest Washington, opening employment opportunities for people with developmental disabilities. For Evergreen, he is passionate about helping families and students receive food, resources, and support to level the playing field. He presided over the Evergreen School District Foundation for 3 years, bridging basic needs gaps, fostering innovation, and providing opportunities for student access. He tirelessly seeks volunteer involvement to help with student scholarships, principal checkbooks, early childhood learning support, school supplies, food pantries, and covering advanced placement test fees.
And now, Hawkinson School District.
The Hawkinson School District serves about 2,000 K-12 students in rural northeast Clark County, situated at the foothills of the Cascade Mountain Range. Hawkinson sets the county pace for high school graduation rates.
If one of a counselor's greatest assets is a big heart, it's no wonder Jessica Ambrose is a beloved counselor at Hawkinson Middle School. She makes herself available to students, lending an ear without judgment and helping them adapt and explore themselves and their futures. She helps create programs where she sees needs, such as a care closet managed by recent high school graduates, lunch bunch groups, a middle school mentoring initiative, and individual support programs. Her efforts help create a positive culture as students set their course in life. When driving through Hawkinson, you can't miss the iconic Hawkinson Market, run by Hawkinson alum Justin Vanatta. The convenience store and tap room are situated at the main intersection between school and community, just like his family. The second-generation owner works hand in hand with the school district and local parent-teacher association to support students. From donation nights to school merchandise sales, Hawkinson Market has always been an ally to the district. They even made the sweet gesture of donating an ice cream cone to every elementary student as a reward for persevering through this year's challenges. Justin also lends his graphic design skills to district initiatives, including designing a custom t-shirt to congratulate 5th grade graduates.
On to La Center School District.
The La Center School District in rural northwest Clark County serves about 1,700 K-12 students and is situated along the East Fork of the Lewis River. La Center has national acclaim among football fans as originator of the fast-moving Wildcat offense.
Joel Shaw is a classic IT guy. He loves to make technology work, from producing events to live concerts and keeping document cameras and Chromebooks operational. A part-time tech support role a decade ago has become a full-time assignment to keep La Center schools connected. With COVID, he and his colleagues went into hyperdrive. This included deploying 1,400 Chromebooks to students through a device distribution plan, plus troubleshooting, plus an exchange and repair program, all the while adhering to robust safety protocols. Joel's supervisor credits his work as critical to La Center's success, despite the stress and uncertainty of a global pandemic. If you ever need an example of how to pour hope into students and community, just follow Walter Hansen. As a founder of the La Center Education Foundation, he is a key contributor, fundraiser, and volunteer in improving facilities. He carried signs at sports events, dressed up like a mailbox to promote voting, sold raffle tickets, and helped build a middle school bleacher cover. Following in the footsteps of his late father, Walter's family has continued a 50-year tradition of hosting a frog jump contest at Woodland Planter Days. Walter takes it personally. Over 30 years, he has mentored 170 youth who need another adult in their lives, coached many others, and extended a free snow cone as a gesture of friendship.
And now, Ridgefield School District.
The Ridgefield School District in suburban northwest Clark County serves 3,400 K-12 students in one of the state's fastest growing communities. Its mascot is the Spudders, honoring the region's agricultural heritage.
Ridgefield is a community recognized for its bold vision and strong sense of place. In early 2021, the school district sought to construct a new entrance to its stadium using only donated materials and resources. Faced with a tight timeline, there was one person who had the resources and the vision to help the district reach their goal: Jim Buchan, owner of Ridgefield-based Alliance Industrial Group. When approached for construction assistance, Jim did not hesitate. He committed resources to the project, rallied others, and became integral to planning and coordination. Jim's dedication to the project helped Ridgefield meet its goal of completion in time for the class of 2021 graduation ceremony. After 3 decades of teaching experience, one could understand if Peggy Horn chose to sit back and relax. Instead, her dedication and passion only grows with time and experience. Peggy has a remarkable willingness to bring others into her classroom and to learn new things, no matter how challenging, so long as it benefits her students. This includes endless hours of summer training to learn new technologies for remote learning and collaborating with staff to create behavior support plans. She maintains high expectations for her students, focusing on students' emotional development and building social connections and community. Even with growth-minded energy and a seriousness about student learning, Peggy's laugh lights up a room, and she can still laugh at herself.
Next is Vancouver Public Schools.
Vancouver Public Schools is at the heart of downtown Vancouver, serving more than 23,000 K-12 students. Its 4 high schools are Fort Vancouver, Hudson's Bay, Columbia River, and Skyview. It oversees Vancouver iTech Preparatory and Vancouver School of Arts and Academics.
Vancouver Public Schools includes more than 3,000 parents and guardians who speak Spanish, and another 500 who speak Russian. That's no problem for Sofia Avila, Ekaterina Walla, and Fawn McKay. With Sofia growing up in Mexico City and Ekaterina in Moscow, they bring a world of experience helping multilingual families receive information, which supports the district's values of equity and family engagement. Along with Fawn, who spent her early years in Chicago, their special services have been critical during the pandemic, including remote learning, hybrid schedules, and health and safety protocols. Vancouver residents who love to watch high school volleyball, football, or basketball games on the internet or through cable television can thank volunteers like Sam Petrie. The Fort Vancouver alum got exposed to video when participating in the Fort Sports program, learning to operate cameras and direct broadcasts. This stimulated a career for Sam, who received a degree in broadcasting from Washington State University. After graduation, he has volunteered dozens of hours to VPS Game Time. Now, he's paying it forward by helping current students gain skills while getting reps locally, such as working Portland Trailblazer broadcasts for TNT.
And now, Washougal School District.
The Washougal School District in rural southeast Clark County serves about 3,300 K-12 students and is situated alongside the scenic Columbia River Gorge.
One motivated person and 4 decades can change a community. When Sandra Renner first moved to Clark County from the Yakima Valley, there were only a handful of Hispanic residents here. Through her work in property management, auto sales, and as a school volunteer, she saw the need to help Spanish-speaking families feel welcome and connected. Now, she uses her language and social skills to help families navigate the systems that lead to student success. Her work became essential during COVID, when about 47 Spanish families had limited access to computers. She went door to door to create Zoom connections and line up tutors. Her trusted support translated into significant improvements in student participation and engagement, better outcomes for students, and a stronger and more welcoming community. Casey Morales understands that the strength of a community begins with a strong public school system. She's been instrumental in the work of the Washougal Schools Foundation for more than a decade, including serving as president. She has also played a key role in the Student Stride for Education, a community-run and student event that raises money for classroom projects outside the scope of typical funding. She has used her marketing experience to support student learning, including partnering with career and technical education teachers and students to produce hands-on projects with real-world applications, like recipe boxes for foodie and training efforts.
Moving next to the Washington State School for the Blind.
Clark County serves as the host for the Washington State School for the Blind, a statewide school preparing those with visual impairments for careers in life. Along with the State School for the Deaf, Clark County has offered these programs since 1886.
Adrian Fernandez grew up in Camas, but had no idea the Washington State School for the Blind had been operating nearby for 150 years. A grade school lesson in career exploration introduced her to the idea of recreation coordination, so she ran with it. For 2 decades, Adrian has helped students embrace their world by cycling, skiing, hiking, baking, dancing, writing, and self-defense. Always passionate and optimistic, Adrian has tripled the number of volunteers to 350 who join her in impacting student lives at the statewide school located in Vancouver. Caitlin Dittmer has experienced quite a bit of the country, growing up in Wyoming, graduating from college in Florida, living in Montana and North Carolina, and then settling here when her spouse Shane became the school's music teacher. She was drawn into volunteering, first for concerts, caroling, and dance. Then she saw a gap in reading and writing and decided to form a creative writing class, which evolved into a book club via Zoom during the pandemic. While finding a way to ply her own passion for writing, she found students hungry for adventure, cherishing activities that open their hearts and minds to the limitless power of literature and words.
And finally, Washington State University, Vancouver.
Clark County is home to the Vancouver campus of Washington State University, the metro area's only Tier 1 research institution. The commuter-style campus serves 3,500 students studying digital arts and education to life sciences and engineering. More than 90% of alums call this area home and stay here for their career.
Mike Caulfield landed here in 2013 after growing up in Massachusetts and New Hampshire. His focus? Find ways to serve WSU Vancouver students more effectively beyond the classroom and textbook through networked and video learning. His work in digital literacy has been cited in higher education journals, Wired Magazine, and the New York Times. His digital transformation hit warp speed when the pandemic forced immediate dependence upon distant learning. Mike took it one step further. He championed an empathetic, care at the core philosophy, ensuring a spirit of partnership between students and teachers. WSU Vancouver's stage is now set for blended learning environments for generations to come. From the moment Jasmine Tolbert walked onto the WSU Vancouver campus, she sought ways to plug into the diverse college experience. She found it through the student club Black People United, the Diversity Center, and through welcoming classroom staff. Her student experiences propelled her into volunteer roles with NAACP Vancouver and YWCA Clark County, the WSU Vancouver Equity and Diversity Advisory Council, and the Interstate Bridge Replacement Program. Finding friendly ways to advocate, Jasmine has quickly become one of Clark County's most influential advocates for racial equity and social justice.
And there you have it. I hope you are as inspired as we are listening to the stories from this year's outstanding class of honorees.
Before we wrap up, a special thanks to our Learn Here project partners, Real Living, the Real Estate Group, IQ Credit Union, Northwest Capital Mortgage, and Port of Vancouver USA. And thanks to Waste Connections for making this virtual event possible, along with Brad Wager and his production team at Versa Events.
The Learn Here project is a special project of Identity Clark County, a nonprofit business leaders group that strives to make Clark County an even better place to land, live, and learn for a lifetime. For more information about Identity Clark County, check out the website at iccbusiness.org.
This is our 8th year honoring the real heroes of our educational system. And over that time, we've shared more than 200 remarkable stories of individuals who go above and beyond. Yet the truth is, we have thousands of people working hard to make our schools special, which includes staff and volunteers, parents, and many more. Anyone involved in our educational system is deserving of special recognition, especially in these difficult times. So thank you. To everyone who goes the extra mile to invest in our students and schools, your efforts are nothing short of heroic. Thanks for joining us.